in focus. Welcome back, people. Thank you so much for clicking on my video. Now, today, we're going to be looking at how not having romantic relationships in school affected your adult life. Yeah, this hit home for me. Like, let's be frank. I started the dating game late. Let's begin.
That were never asked out, never asked any dances, never were shown any romantic interest.
I've wanted to make a response to this video for such a long time, but I couldn't find it, so I'm super glad I came across it today. First of all, the effect of not having received romantic validation during your formative years, like to the age of 18 or most likely older, cannot be understated. It's very real, and it will mess with you in a very deep, core way. But I actually wanted to talk about how that interacts with dating and entering the dating world as an adult. Dating in the modern age is very casual, but those of us who are late to the game can't treat it as casually as other people can, who have had all these experiences in like high school and college and stuff. I don't exactly know a great way to put this, but as an example, I know that if I were to receive flowers from someone or be held by them in a romantic way, there's like a 90% chance that I would just start breaking down crying. Ideally, the person you're...
That's not healthy. I don't think that's healthy. You gotta talk to a therapist on that one.
So I watched this video and I think it's relatable and...
Dude, these bitches, her pupils are so goddamn black. Is that fake? That must be fake, because, alright, look at my eyes. You notice that it's black, but you got some rings around it? She got no rings. Like, yes, the iris, right? You can see that, but it's just black.
Her experiences are valid and stuff. But I think it would be even more interesting if the study was in an intersectional lens, meaning how this might affect people of like different races and stuff.
You see, I really don't like when like people interject race so quickly on certain things. Yeah, it would be interesting, but here's the thing. They're going to do that anyway. Like, if they're going to conduct a study like that, they would conduct it, one, in their immediate area, and then they would go into different subgroups and subsects. So for you to bring it up, it's like, you have to bring it, I'm a black person too, obviously, but it's kind of unnerving to constantly hear that, like, oh, well, what if they did it for black people too? Like, all right, yeah, they're gonna do it for black people too. Like, what the fuck? There's more to you than your skin color. And hopefully more people realize that.
I kind of have a theory that like white women who experience this, it's like they actually really kind of expect that type of romantic validation because they see it all around them in their peers and in media. And as a black person though, as a black woman, you often do not see that, especially if you are in an area where there's not other black people. And in
that's an interesting assumption.
Through media, there's not a ton of that either. So like you don't even really expect it, and you don't necessarily doubt yourself. I mean, you do doubt yourself, but a big part of it is just like, oh, well, I'm not getting this attention because like I'm black. It's because of my skin color.
That could be true. Yeah, that could be true.
Which is an integral part of your identity. It's funny how we don't have to wonder. We're just like, oh yeah, racism.
Okay, let's chat about this real quickly. That has been my entire experience, and I'm 24 years old. I remember in high school, I was never invited or asked to any like dances, homecomings, whatever. I never really dated in college. Male interest just isn't something that comes to me. I've never had a boyfriend, etc. Today, I'm completely fine with the fact that I've never had those experiences. But I remember there being a certain point in my life where it's like, wow, this happens for everyone else. Why isn't it happening for me? So
yeah, kind of fucks with the head thinking, something wrong with me? Like, what the fuck's wrong with me? Why does nobody want me? Like, yeah, it really does fuck with the head.
oh, I took that.
And people that have had the experiences before, they didn't know. They can't really empathize with you. They don't know how bad you feel as a romantic partner to realize that nobody wants to be with you. Like, that's a heavy pill to swallow.
As an opportunity to look at myself less than as a woman, because I wasn't having these beautiful dating life experiences that everyone else around me was having, and I started to doubt myself and who I was.
Comparison's a thief of joy, but like there's something there. Like if you're seeing other people having success in like just social interactions, like making friends, having a girlfriend, boyfriend, and having like a healthy relationship with other people, it kind of feels like you're missing out on that. And humans as social creatures, you kind of yearn for that.
Moved out of that thought process, and I've realized that that is not the case at all. But those life experiences and not having them really shaped a lot of my thought at one point in time, which wasn't good.
Who needs a scientist when you've got your dad? For real, I'ma just tell you what my dad said, and he's not wrong. I brought this up a few weeks ago, and I was like, man, I ain't never been asked out on a date. I still don't have a boyfriend. He said, it's because you have independent bitch energy.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, this man funny. He's a strong bitch, that's why you look too strong, motherfucker.
Not gonna lie, I was a little offended at first, but then he explained it as basically, you're a boss ass bitch. He said, you have independent energy, like it's written on your forehead. You don't even have to say it for men to know. And men are not attracted to that.
That seems like an overgeneralization, but also I think maybe she's trying to give herself a compliment, so I'm not sure if this is true anymore, because it's like one of those third-party compliments that people will give themselves. Like somebody else said something good about me, but it's in a negative way. I don't really know how to explain it better, but that can be true. Like I can see that. I can see that. If her dad said it, that's so funny. It's so funny that he said
Men
that.
want women that will take care of them. They can literally sniff out if you are independent.
Maybe.
So they steer
Depends
clear.
on the guy.
And you know what? I ain't even mad because I'm not trying to take care of a grown-ass toddler for the rest of my life. You can get that from
Yeah, fuck that. Some of these people are way too immature and they're not ready to be in a relationship, much less like take care of themselves. Like if, dude, there's some people that cannot take care of themselves and they're looking for somebody else to be the mom or the dad for them. That's fucking
from your mama. You was not getting it from me.
When I went away to college, I was so nervous because I had never been on a date, never been asked out, never asked to dance, let alone to a dance. And now I'm 26, and all of that is still true. Now, most days this doesn't really bother me, but some days it really fucking does. If you didn't already know, I'm asexual, which can make dating difficult.
Oh no, you're in a different group. If you're asexual, damn, what the fuck? Why would you even want to date if you're asexual? Yeah, let me check this goddamn asexual, because asexual means that you don't have romantic interest, right? Or you don't have sexual interest. Asexuality is the lack of sexual attraction to others, or low or abstract interest in or desire in sexual activity. You see, that's fucking weird, because I remember reading that asexuality can be relationship based or sex based. So some people who are asexual, they don't want the sexual aspect of a relationship, but they want a relationship. And they have people that are aromantic who don't want the romance but want the sex. So, oh fuck, I've been on the internet too long.
And a big part of me doesn't even want to try. The internalized misogynistic and fat-phobic part of me says, why would they want...
Once you use words like that, it's kind of bogs you down, like, misogynistic, fat-phobic, blah, blah, blah. At that point, it's like, dude, you probably did a course on this kind of thing, and that's how you know all the lingo. I have to Google all this shit.
you now if they didn't even want you when you were younger and skinny? And then the ace part of me goes, girl, this is a good thing.
What the fuck is an ace? What the fuck is an ace? What the fuck is that? Oh, asexual, right? Jesus Christ, what the fuck? Is that slang, right? Oh, fuck. I don't know what all these things mean. Excellent? What the fuck? It means, or is it an abbreviation for asexual?
don't want to deal with their needs. Still, human beings crave connection, and when your ace
Wait,
part
what?
of me goes, girl, this is a good thing. You don't want to deal with their needs.
Yeah, you're messed up. Not right now. That's a poor choice of words. But you're not in the position to be dating another person if there's going to be aspects of you that don't care about like the romantic or sexual side of your partner. You shouldn't be dating. I don't think you should be dating. You definitely need to talk to an expert on this, because you're gonna have a lot of headaches if you're going into a relationship with somebody. And there's aspects of it that you the romance or sexual aspect you don't want to deal with because you're asexual.
Needs. Still, human beings crave connection, and when you're overlooked by your peers for the vast majority of your life, it can feel like a hacksaw straight to your self-esteem.
But asexual. Damn. Yeah, okay,
It becomes really easy to pick apart everything that could maybe be wrong with you. But there's nothing wrong with you. All those people that have been overlooked.
No, there's definitely, everybody got something wrong with them that they need to work. And I think especially in relationships, both parties have shit that they need to work on.
You just aren't ready to be with somebody as special as you are. And when somebody is, remember.
Bitch, you realize that you're asexual, like, you're fucking special. You're outside of the dating pool. Like, once you say that you're asexual, you're going to indicate to the person, should I be dealing with this? Like, I'm not ready for that. Me personally, I'm not ready for
But
that.
your worth was there the whole time, even without them.
Doll, can we have a little chat about this one on Catch?
I'm wondering how many of these women are actually lying, because they all seem to be averagely attractive. Like, none of them are like bunging models, but I don't see any ugly ones so far.
My breath on this hike. Because boy, I watched this video and there's so many of you that can relate to what she said. Let me see if I can bring a little bit of understanding to what she's talking about. Because during those developmental years, middle school, high school, even college, if our experiences are such that we are never desired, that we're never wanted, that we're not shown any of that attention, especially from the people that we are attracted, then we determine things about ourselves such as something's wrong with me, or I'm not the kind that is desired. And here's the interesting thing. We treat those as if they're fact. And then we base our life going forward based on those facts. So yeah, why would I expect someone to flirt with me if I already feel like something's wrong with me? Why would I desire to be in a relationship long term if that never seemed like an option? You have to keep in mind, our brain is wired for survival.
I wonder if this lady has like some psychological background. Like maybe she has a degree in psychology.
Never were shown any romantic interest.
Hello, I would love to join your support group, and I also have some thoughts about
Support group? Huh?
this. Having the experience of never being desired when I was younger just makes me realize how I internalized so many things about myself that weren't true or just didn't matter. Like, so many of my thoughts were consumed by, am I not pretty enough? Am I not interesting enough? Am I not smart enough?
Yeah, there's that. You can definitely feel like you're not matching up. Something's off with you, motherfucker. You's an ugly bitch.
Am I not funny enough? And not just enough for men, but just in general, was I enough? And as I've gotten older, I've gotten over that, but it's just interesting to me to just sit back and reflect and think about how I really believed that I wasn't enough.
But then again, some of these women might be very off-putting and hard to approach. There is that, like, you could have RBF, resting bitch face, and people don't want to deal with that. You could, like, be very mean, like you say mean things, or you don't even dress in a way that shows that you're available for dating. There's a lot of things that go into this.
Of a human being just because people weren't desiring me romantically. Like, that just so isn't true, and it's crazy how we internalize those things about ourselves. Another consequence of the whole never being desired thing is, like, now that I'm older, being in a relationship is just not a priority to me because my whole life it's never felt like an option that I've had.
Oh, that's an interesting point. If you've never had the thing and you tried to get it and you never got it, after a while they're just gonna say, hey man, I can't be spending time trying to get into a relationship when I need to, like, get a job. You probably have a health issue, you have loans to pay back. There's all sorts of different things that will happen in your life as you get older that becomes, a higher priority. Like, going to college, getting your degree, getting a job, like, those are important things. And if you're not getting a relationship, that gives you more time to focus on getting that job or finishing your
Probably
degree.
make a part 2 because I have a lot more thoughts, but that's just it for now.
I definitely understand this. I think another consequence of the whole never being desired when you were younger situation is not knowing how to interpret flirting versus being nice. So I always assume...
Yeah, I fall into that. God damn it! Don't know when people are flirting. Like, fuck. I fall into that. It's hard for me to tell when I'm getting flirted on or if somebody's just fucking with me. Damn it!
and still do that nobody could ever like me, so if anybody's ever expressing interest in me, it has to be a joke. So I get pretty dismissive as like a defense mechanism, but at the same time there's also this consequence.
That's on you though, because that person put themselves out there to indicate to you that, hey, I like you, but you were oblivious or you thought that it couldn't happen. So at that point, you're basically turning down the person, and they don't want to deal with that. They already put so much effort in trying to like get your romantic attention, and then like you fucked it up. Like, you fucked it up, right? Let's be honest. So you can't really blame them for not wanting to pursue that anymore.
Of easily getting attached to anybody who gives you attention, because it just feels so rare, like you're never gonna get it again. So I think lots of people experience varying degrees of this. I have definitely noticed myself in unhealthy situations, even though I've never actually been in a relationship before. Wow, isn't romantic trauma so much fun? But I'm thankful.
Come to the men. Why aren't there men like talking about this?
So it was worth it.
Those of us that were never asked out, never asked.
I mean, I feel like I'm not being represented fairly in this video. I need to complain about that somewhere.
Any dances never were shown any romantic interest.
Yes, it does. I can confirm because I'm 27 and have never been properly asked out or even taken out on a date.
What the fuck? Yo! What is this? What was there? Was that chocolate? Was that dookie? Was that doo-doo butter? Like what? It's like, yeah, I've never been asked out. Yeah, like, we can see why. Come on, you gotta do better.
Ever. Not in junior high, which, that's not really legit, but whatever. Not in high school, not in college, not in the
I can't not see the smear. Like, is this supposed to be funny? Bitch, your awkwardness is funny.
That I've been in grad school, it just hasn't happened, and it's definitely fucked with my head because I have a lot of social anxiety from.
I think you had social anxiety from before, people saw that and the awkwardness, and they're like, hey man, I'm not trying to deal with this. Fuck you. Goodbye.
Being isolated and excluded socially and not being shown affection in the same way that my peers were, and I don't know how long that's gonna take to unlearn. And
yeah, that's true. You see, the more you get rejected from other people is the more excluded and isolated you feel. So yeah. But I think a lot of these people would do well to like go to therapy or get like, fuck, I don't want to say dating coach. I don't like dating coaches. I don't trust them. I think that does take your money, but it would be helpful to like talk to somebody that's experienced and trustworthy in your friends group and try to get some advice from them. I think that would be helpful because there might be things that you can do to help yourself, but you're unaware of it.
it actually makes me even more anxious than I already am.
I am requesting.
Yeah, I think the anxiousness is not going to help you because when you're anxious, you're overthinking everything that you do, and that doesn't translate well to other people when you're trying to look for a friend or a romantic partner. So yeah, you got to get that anxiety in check. And what the fuck is that? I don't know what it is.
That scientists do a case study on those of us that were never asked out.
No, because I want to keep talking about this because I'm now just processing all of this information in my head. Using myself as a case study, here's some conclusions I've come to. Obviously made me super insecure about my looks and personality, even though I always had people tell me, oh, you're so pretty, why don't you have a boyfriend? And then that oddly made me more insecure as well, that comment.
Yeah, that's a cool thing. Somebody tells you, oh, you're pretty, why don't you have a boyfriend? It's like, oh yeah, what the fuck am I doing wrong? That really goes back into that just adds more fuel to the fire of you thinking that there's some inadequacy about you. So it might not be your looks, it would be your personality that you're going to scrutinize. No, oh, okay, that's cool.
Reflecting on it now, literally never being asked to a dance. Like, I deserve to be asked to prom. Like, showing up to prom.
No, you don't deserve any of that. No, don't think that you deserve things from other people just based on you being pretty. Just based on somebody else telling you that you look pretty. No, you don't deserve any of it. It would be nice, and you want to know why it hasn't happened for you, but you don't say that you deserve it.
With a huge group.
Yeah, like I see guys doing this, like they think that they deserve to have a woman in them. They deserve to fuck a bitch because they're nice. No.
People and being the only one there without a date. Low-key traumatizing. Now, as a 20...
Not traumatizing, but it's unnerving. I don't like to say traumatizing, right? But it's unsettling and you feel like you're being excluded / left out. I don't like saying that something like that is a trauma. No.
22-year-old, I still have no idea when someone's flirting with me. I just assume people... Low-key traumatizing. Now, as a 22-year-old, I still have no idea when someone's flirting with me.
Alright, so that's on you. You need to, like... develop the social skills to realize when you're being flirted with. That's on you.
Assume people are being nice to me, and then I'll have like friends be like, oh no, they're flirting with you. I have no idea because that's just not a common occurrence for me.
So you need to learn. Like, that's a knowledge gap that you have, and you need to fix that. You need to learn. You see, that's on you. You can't expect other people to flirt, and then you can't expect other people to keep doing all the heavy lifting in relationships, whether it be a friendship or girlfriend, boyfriend, what do you call it? Like or a serious relationship, a monogamous, polygamous relationship, right? You can't expect the other person to keep doing all of the heavy lifting. That's not how that works.
I never even had a talking stage or like hugged someone romantically until my sophomore year of college. And now I'm so disinterested in romantic relationships, like it doesn't even cross my mind or is like on my agenda for life. I can go my whole life without a romantic relationship.
You can say that no, but that might not be how you're going to feel in the next 5, 10, 15 years because you're going to be a different person. Your friends group are going to be moving in different points in their life. I'm so sorry for like moving the towel. I have to hold something, all right? Sorry about the towel. But yeah, there are different aspects of you that is going to come out in the future. So it's not going to be you in the next 5 to 10 years. Not even in a year.
I believe.
These are fun. I must say, these are actually fun. But yeah, when it comes to not getting any romantic interest as a younger person, from like between being like a teenager to like a young adult, like 13 to 25, I think, yeah. Like there's some aspect of you, well, it happened for me. Like you feel like you're not measuring up. You feel like there's something wrong with you. You feel like there's something that you need to fix. You feel like there's a gap that there's a knowledge gap that you don't have. But just to know when you're being flirted with, or when you're being super awkward and that's turning off the other person. So there's a lot to these kinds of things that you need to be aware of, right? But it's a growing and learning process, and I think that you should, 1, talk to a trusted friend to see what you're doing wrong. 2, maybe get some therapy, and 3, try to relax, focus on interacting with the person, and don't be in your head as much. It's very hard. I don't like saying try. I'm not saying try that. It's hard for me to say try to relax, because I know that that's kind of a hard thing to do, especially in this kind of situation. But try and, empathize with the person more. Look at what you can do better, and try to pick up on flirting cues. I think that's pretty helpful. But thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and enjoy the rest of your day. I'm out.